As you might have guessed, the Brooklyn Nets drop another game on the season, going to 2-6 against a very good Chicago Bulls squad led by DeMar DeRozan and Zach Lavine. But first, let's get to some off-the-court antics. I woke up to a notification that head coach Steve Nash is finally out of Brooklyn. Parting ways, a mutually assured agreement that he's out is probably not the case. I assume it went something like this. Sean Marks said, "Hey, you're out of here." And Nash goes, "I agree." So there's nothing that can really be done for Nash. He did his best. As Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said, anybody put in that position could not have succeeded with all of the theatrics going on in the entire association. Nonetheless, Jacque Vaughn stepped in as interim head coach, tried to lead these guys to a victory. Unfortunately, they fell short going into the second half with a 6-point lead and eventually extending that to 12 in the third. They look pretty good, but obviously what the Nets do is they lose these leads throughout the season and eventually fall to a 108-99 loss. And here's what Jacque Vaughn had to say about Zach Lavine's absolute explosion in the fourth quarter and whether or not this was at the hand of the Nets playing terrible defense like they usually do, or just Lavine catching fire in that fourth. But nonetheless, here it is.
Zach Lavine catching fire in the fourth, just how much of that was guy gets hot, tough to stop, versus issues on your guys' end?
Yeah, I think overall, once he gets going, tough to stop because he does have the ability to get to the rim. He started making threes on us. We tried to push up a little bit, 2 deep ones. But again, that's the focus and concentration level that we have to have on every single play.
In the Nets' case, this is not a good game for them offensively. Kevin Durant pouring in 32 points like he usually does. Royce O'Neal being their second leading scorer with 20 is something that is unacceptable for this Nets roster, who is loaded with talent. If you're going to be a playoff contending team in this hot, contentious East, Royce O'Neal's not going to be that second option. I mean, Kyrie Irving, you got to step up to the plate. 4 points, shooting nothing from 3. Getting a few nice layups at the end to pad the stats up. I mean, come on. Kyrie, step up to the plate. I know a lot of stuff's happening off the court and kind of put some blame on that, but at the end of the day, this is your guys' team, and Kevin Durant had something to say about this. He's very frustrated as well.
Outside people might look at what we do as bigger than what it is, but we come to work every single day. I mean, guys ask for trades before, coaches get fired. You know, we have disagreements in our locker room. It happens in the NBA, you know, so. But at the end of the day, we all came to work. It just didn't work out on the floor.
One thing remains positive for the Nets is that you can only go up from here. On Friday, they take on the Wizards with a 3-day break for them to get over that tired laziness that they experienced last night due to playing back-to-back games at home. So hopefully this much-needed win over the Wizards happens. And from WFUV Sports, I am Will Grant.